The message from the angels to you is brought to you today by the angel Miguel and tells you, higher dimensions, raise your connection. My beloved, your physical body lives in the physical plane, but you must know that there are higher dimensions. Dimensions to which you are also connected, because your existence goes far beyond your physical body. And the connection with higher dimensions you can also control from your mind. To manifest the things you want in your life and attract to you what you desire, you must always maintain a state of mind of connection. In this special message that comes with light directly to your being, you must pay attention and open both your mind and your heart to absorb and find the real essence that dwells in you and achieve changes in your life. That is why, staying until the end, you will discover why this message was really for you and how much you needed it. Also take advantage of the final advice to take your first big step. The human mind is continuously working. It does not rest even when you sleep. That is why it is very important that you are the one who chooses where you want to direct it, where you want to connect your mind. Your mind can be connected to the being or to the ego, and depending on where it is directed and connected, you will have very different results in your life. A mind connected to the being is a mind in higher consciousness, connected to the universe and the flow of infinite supply, receiving and attracting only blessings into your life. It is like a magnet. It is a mind that is aware of spiritual intelligence and divine wisdom. From a state of mind connected to the being, you stay aligned with the creative force of the universe, and are cognizant of the true workings of the universe, beyond what you can see and touch. The mind connected to the being is the mind united with the all to the state of elevated and infinite consciousness that makes up the fabric of the universe. Know that oneness with the whole is also an infinite sense of your existence, for, as you know, in this life you pass through, nothing will last forever. However, your spirit is part of a whole that transcends beyond time and physical space. Your spirit is the one that is continuously in motion throughout the universe and the one that moves in the energies around you. By elevating your connection to higher dimensions, you will come into harmony with yourself. Because your being is a manifestation of the presence of the I Am in you and through you. Thus, through that perfect connection you can receive energy, transmute it and transmit it back to the universe. The universe, like your mind, is in constant motion. Your mind is continually looking for a place to rest its attention and a place to start from and to go to. Your mind emits energy that is transmitted to the universe in the form of waves. What begins as a small thought in your mind ends up being a large circle in the universe that is trapping energies to direct them to you, because you are the epicenter of that circle. The truth is that the process of receiving and transmitting energy is most of the time unconscious for human beings. You are also a spiritual being. Like everything in the universe, you are also energy. Therefore, you are transmitting and receiving energy every moment, without realizing it and without being aware of it. But if you pay a little attention, you will begin to connect with the right energies. And when you begin to pay attention to how you are, to what is happening inside you, then you will begin to take control of the energies you emit and those you receive. The sleeping souls go through this human life without realizing the great process that the human experience involves. They are not aware that they are spiritual beings going through a human experience because their souls carry a karma that they have to transmute. Thus, they may go through hundreds of lives until they understand the purpose of human life. But you must not let your life dissolve in your hands. You cannot let the ego take absolute control of all that you are. On the contrary, you have to overcome it. You have to understand the connection with your being and enhance it to the maximum. Your being connects you with higher dimensions, and for that reason, when you are connected with your being, it is easier for you to connect with your angels and archangels. Your mind is connected to your human senses, so it is easy for you to perceive things that happen around you through sight, touch, or smell. However, you can also program your mind to be in connection with your divine wisdom and spiritual intelligence. This becomes evident when you have an intuition, a hunch, when you perceive things that are not perceptible through the human senses. And this happens to you on more occasions than you think. It has happened to you, for example, that you have met a person and something in you has told you that this person was kind at heart, and with the passage of time you discovered that you were right. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. It has also happened to you that you have arrived at a place and something in you has told you that it was not a good place. And then you could verify that something bad happened there, or that negative and dense energies were moving in that place. This happens when your mind is connected with the being, so that way of acting is not unconscious, but on the contrary, it is a way of acting and behaving fully conscious. When you try to quiet the noise of your mind to pay attention to what is happening through you and within you, you connect with your being. This is what happens when you do a meditation or a prayer, because in those moments you stop paying attention to the things you perceive with your senses and start paying attention to those things that happen inside you. There is a very thin line that separates the connection with the ego from the spiritual connection. Sometimes you can even confuse them, but the truth is that when you connect with your being, the results you get in your life are very different from those you get when you connect with the ego. The ego keeps you anchored to fear. It leads you to stay in your comfort zone. It wants to make you always be right without you being willing to listen or learn anything new. The ego is responsible for keeping you in a state of numbness because it does not want you to make any effort to look inside you and discover who you really are. When you get ready to pray, meditate, or do any other activity that leads you to stop paying attention to the physical world, you may notice how your breathing relaxes, how the whole functioning of your body slows down, and you enter into a state of waiting, of crying out. This happens because in those moments all your energies are focused on connecting with your spiritual part, leaving your physical body on hold for a moment. Thus, you can enter in connection with your being. You can direct the activity of your mind to where you really want it and where it really does you good. Less mental activity allows a greater state of consciousness and a better understanding of your whole existence. Today, I share this teaching with you to help you understand the importance of staying connected with your being, to encourage you to do your relaxation and spiritual connection exercises more often, and to be aware that if you encounter any resistance or notice that you find it too complicated, you can count on my assistance. Ask for my support and I will come to you to help you connect with your being and direct your mind to where you really want and should direct it. You have the power over your thoughts and you must direct them, for if they direct you, they will be like a weed that you let grow in you until they take over everything and completely take over your life. You have the power always, and you should not let your thoughts be the cause of suffering in your life, my beloved. On the path of spiritual and personal awakening, there will come a time when you necessarily enter into connection with higher dimensions. Those dimensions go beyond your human experience, for they represent higher levels of consciousness. The higher levels involve a deeper understanding of the entire universe. And so, as you open your consciousness to higher dimensions, your state of mental and spiritual connection increases. When you connect with higher dimensions, you will become aware of the connection that exists between all things in the universe. This will allow you to become aware of your oneness with the universe. That is why you have to open your mind and heart to the knowledge of higher dimensions of existence. For in that way you open yourself to new forms of thought, of wisdom, and your intuition is fully enlightened. To get in touch with higher dimensions of existence, you must also work to raise your vibration. Because your mood, your thoughts and emotions directly influence the frequency of your energy, your vibration. So, when you fill yourself with positive thoughts and adopt the right attitude, your vibration rises. Positive, loving and compassionate thoughts will open the door to a higher connection. Remember also to practice forgiveness and gratitude. For these are both very powerful spiritual practices. You also need to practice compassion for others and for yourself. For all these things will help you to strengthen your awakening consciousness and raise your level of connection. You have to remember that you are a divine creation, and therefore you have the capacity to improve your state of connection. This is not an ability that only a few people have. The truth is that all human beings have this capacity. However, not everyone is willing to do so. You have limitless potential. Allow your consciousness to expand and connect you to other forms of existence. Because when you nurture your soul with the right energies, you will find more fulfillment. You will find meaning in all those things that seemed inexplicable before. You will experience a greater sense of peace and fulfillment, regardless of the circumstances around you. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Be proactive and open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of now. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.